Thanks for watching Jake 3D. Today I'm going to unbox the Exllusion 240 expandable all-in-one water cooling loop, and it does come with a colored dye for your loop. Enjoy! Alright, so the Exllusion 240, that means 240 is 240 millimeters lengthwise. That's two 120 millimeter fans. So let's go ahead and get the unboxing. Let's go ahead and unbox this here. It is for the Skylake, it is for the LGA 1151. That's going to be your Skylake and your Kaby Lake i7, i5, I believe even also the i3 processors. Alright. Let's pull this out here. So the fans are not RGB, but they are 120 millimeters. So I'm gonna swap these out with these. Then got the mounting hardware, as well as thermal paste and the colored dyes. So you can mix your own color, get whatever color you'd like. And there's probably enough in there to redo the cooling loop a couple of times. Some extra coolant. Most of the time this is distilled water. This one also has propylene glycol in it. So it's kind of similar to car radiators. It has glycol in it that's dyed green or yellow, or some other colors depending on your manufacturer. So this is not going to work if I decided to switch out this loop with some hard tubing, some PETG. This would not work for it. I'll have to use the included tubing or glycol compatible tubing. So if it's leaks or if it's low, you can add this to it, and you can also clean it out. And I don't know if you'll be able to fill the whole thing with this, but you'll get pretty close with this. This here, this is an adapter for your power supply. You plug this into the main part of your power supply. And the whole point of this is it allows you to turn on the pump. You're basically turning on the pump fans with this so that it turns on the pump, cycles the pump so that you can fill it up, get all the air bubbles out when you're adding in coolant. And it does come partially filled, as we'll see here in 1 second. Was that 1 second? So see how it has some air bubbles in here. When it's attached to the CPU, we will need to fill that up. So let me set this down here. Here is the little booklet. AIO with the handy handle. First with the radiator. It is 120 millimeters by 240 millimeters. So you get a 120 here and here on the fan. This will fit on top of my case here. It looks like there may be enough room between that and the motherboard. Otherwise I can mount it on the top and route these tubes through the water cooling holes on the back or even cut out some custom holes. What's kind of different about this water cooling loop, all-in-one water cooling loop, compared to many of the others, is these fittings are removable, so you can replace them or you can add in more components, even switch out for a different reservoir and tank and all that kind of stuff. The water cooling block this is what makes it all in one. Well, a lot of what makes it all in one, because it's the heat sink as well as the pump built into a combo unit. There's a protective film on here that I'm going to leave until I install it into the computer. And then this is follow the manual instruction or scan the QR code to watch the installation demo. This is an RTFM, read the funny manual. So you have a few options. This is your old school Molex connector. This here, this is a fan adapter, a fan splitter. Plug this into one fan header. Say you didn't have the extra CPU fan header like I do have on my motherboard. You'd plug this into your CPU fan header or chassis fan header and plug these two into your dual fans. This right here is the part I was talking about earlier. You plug this into your power supply. This part plugs into the pump right here. And when you turn on the power supply or plug it in, turns on the pump, cycles it, add a little water, cycle it some more. You never want to run a water pump dry, because water pumps for computers, all the water pumps that are available, or the vast majority of water pumps that are available for computers, are lubricated by the liquid itself. So if you run it dry, you will likely blow up your pump in no time flat. So we got the dye here. This is a funnel for the coolant, and you got a spatula for spreading the paste. Got your mounting hardware, mounting plate adapters, nice and shiny. So the radiator is 240 by 30 millimeters thick. So it's your standard 30 millimeter radiator. It says, according to the manufacturer, it says it can dissipate up to 400 watts of heat from your CPU, 400 watt plus TDP. So even with overclocking, according to the manufacturer, this is going to be more than enough for most jobs. It is a single radiator for a CPU, so it'll probably be more than enough for what I have in the system, but we'll see when it comes to testing and playing some games. And I didn't notice it when I originally unboxed the radiator because I wasn't messing around with the tubes as much. There it is. Right inside that tube. I don't think you can see it on camera. I'll post a picture of it. Right inside that tube is a small bug, possibly a mosquito. It should look like that. It looks like it's alive. Ugh, freaky. I'll edit that into my unboxing of this when I get a chance to edit it and upload it, because that is disgusting. The fluid in here isn't exactly the cleanest. Kind of to be expected with an AIO, but still, come on, where's your quality control? It does come with ample fluid. That should be plenty, and I can always add distilled water, which shouldn't affect it too bad. Let's drain this sucker. Come on, little fly, get out of there. Still don't have it yet. Sometimes it makes you wonder how they even got it on. First place. There we go. It is out. I definitely did not want to turn on the pump with it sitting in there because I didn't want to damage the pump or the heat sink. I am surprised to see the bug in there. I'm not surprised it was attracted to the fluid because it's glycol. Glycol coolant is kind of like a sugar base. Protect it from freezing, and it gives it a higher boiling point and lower freezing point. It's not really necessary in a PC build, but that's what it came with. That's what it came with. I feel like this may have been sitting at the store or in the factory for a long time before I got it. And that is the Exllusion 240 all-in-one expandable water cooling loop. If you liked this video, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Would you have chosen a different radiator? Would you have gone for a custom loop? Would you have just used a stock cooler? Let me know. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Also, thanks for watching Jake 3D, and I'll see you in the next one. I said don't touch the computer. Wait, is this RGB? With dye.